The money should come to Tanzania because Tanzania is the country where there is peace and political stability is enjoyed by its people. Second, the country has resources which are crucial for the development of the economy of any country in the world. We have resources like gold, diamond, natural gas. Recently we are talking about nickel and more others, copper, etc. It is true, for the moment, the country is not benefiting enough from the natural resources we have, mainly from the minerals, because we don't have technology and knowledge on how to exploit these natural resources, and we rely on multinational companies which come with technology and capital, and they have a monopoly on that. Investment on higher education, on the tertiary education, will enable the country to participate and to compete on the technology development, capital generation, and so that they can now generate income through or from the natural resources they have. You take the example of a country like South Africa, where they improved the quality of their universities through investing on development and technology and science. And their universities now are producing engineers and economists and entrepreneurs who are knowledge-based, and they can now understand how to own their economy, I can say. And they can develop their own technology. And when they meet with the multinational companies, they are at the par to compete for investment. At the moment, our universities are just imparting knowledge, producing people who cannot really participate or be engaged fully in the wealthy creation. The wealthy creation for their own economy, for their own country, for themselves. They are just employees of others. In 5-10 years, if the country focuses, or if any university is enabled to produce enough technologists, engineers, and entrepreneurs, I believe they will have the capacity to participate actively in the economy, like in Botswana, for instance, where you find more than 40% of the investment is also owned by local entrepreneurs and engineers. I would choose St. Augustine University of Tanzania, which is located in the northwest part of the country, where most of the natural resources are. Gold, diamond, nickel, all these are located in this region. It is the only university in this region where you have 1/3 of the population of the country, and is the only university currently which has only humanities. You have arts and humanities and no any science program except the medical program, medical school. But we need engineering. We have gold mines. People are really many who can benefit from the university education from St. Augustine, because they can see that their own people can now invest. For the moment, we are just the spectators of what is happening in gold mines and in diamond mines, because we don't have enough engineers. And many young people are graduating from this region, and they don't have a place to access education on science and technology. We started with only 300 students. Now we have 4,000 students in a period of 10 years. Our graduates are well accepted in the job market. More than 90% get employment immediately after graduating. On the next year, they are just employed. And most of them, they are still very young, but they are holding key positions in the government. You have some who are working in the president's office. Some, like in Kenya, are editors, the chief media, and you find this, if it is amplified to other programs, to engineering and so forth, will produce many. Why do we have special candidates, special graduates from St. Augustine? Because this is the only university in the country which is offering holistic information of our students. We make sure that our students are treated like human beings, we respect their dignity, and we don't impose any religion. In our university, it's a Catholic university owned by the Catholic Church, but it has only 25% of the Catholics. The rest belongs to other religions. And we have in our mission, respect the belief and respect the dignity of your fellow. This is important because one of the learning outcomes in the university, it is not only to get skills and knowledge, but also to get values which are needed by the society. Our country, for the moment, apart from underdevelopment of technology and science, we are facing a big problem of corruption. How can we combat corruption? We can't combat corruption just by scientific knowledge, but you have also to form people to think about good and bad, what the law is accepting and what the law does not accept, and how people should be convinced of these values against corruption. This is the only university which is trying to do something on that. The country is aiming to become a mean tiger, middle-income country like Malaysia, Singapore, South Africa, and so forth. A knowledge-based economy. What do we need? First, to make sure that we have space and facilities or resources for training. So the priority is to invest on facilities needed for training. That will be number one. And this will enable the students from poor families to access education. They will be admitted because currently the government at least is supporting more than 60% through loans. If we have enough space where they can sleep, conducive learning environment, adequate quality training and learning materials, then these students within that minimum fund, they can get education here. So the first priority is that. Second, we have to make sure that they become really job creators. So we have to develop programs which are needed for the knowledge economy of the country. If I'm given, for instance, $50 million for the priorities I mentioned, in 5 years' time, you will get here more than 80,000 students will be here with good facilities in the library, up to 80% accommodated on campus. Second, you have the football pitch, well made. You have the faculty of engineering, faculty of agriculture, school of entrepreneurship already established. Accessibility will be expanded, and the graduates will go to the society for saving the already existing services and creating new services and also joining the private sector. We, at the same time, will be able to think about making our university international, attracting international or academicians of international reputation coming here. We have already, at that time, a possibility of thinking about having an international conference center at the St. Augustine University of Tanzania. People say, oh, why can't you take this program in St. Augustine? And there we will be talking of having an international conference center where you have facilities for international academic program, conferences, and also accommodation for the visiting professors.